Dear student, I am starting your lecture number 12, phase relation between input and output for common emitter, for a common emitter configuration or for a common emitter basic amplifier circuit. I am showing you the circuit diagram for basic common emitter amplifier. This is your base bias resistor RB. This is supply to provide necessary value of the DC current. Here you are giving the input signal. These are your coupling capacitors. This is the resistance of the source which provide the input signal, and this signal is to be amplified. Here I am showing you load resistor RL. This is the supply voltage VCC. This voltage I am writing VCE voltage, and here is your coupling capacitor CC, and you can get the output across RL. Right? Look here, this supplies the necessary value of the collector current, DC current, and you have this coupling capacitor block the DC and allow only amplify AC signal at the output. This block, if by mistake some DC is coming from the source, that DC is blocked, so this bias voltage will not be changed. This also block this DC current entering into the source. Okay. So you have taken the selection of the value of RL, RB such that Q point should become at the middle point of the load line, and your VB provides the value of bias proper voltage to the base of the transistor. Here these transistors convert this DC energy into AC energy at the output. This transistor is associated circuit convert this DC energy into the AC energy at the output. As a result, your input signal is amplified. Input signal is amplified. And I am showing here. This input signal is amplified. We want to see the phase relation of a input and output current as well as voltage. So let us see this. I'm just trying to show the properly. You see that there should not be feel any distortion here. Now the equation of the output voltage I am writing, the VO is equal to, I can write VCE is nothing but the, let us first explain you, this VCC is nothing but the voltage ICRL plus VCE. So I can write VCC is nothing but the ICRL plus VCE, and this VC is nothing but the output voltage I am telling you. Reason is that this both is parallel. Okay, so this VC, what I am writing, this is the output voltage. That's why I have written here output voltage. So do not get confused. Yes, CC is there. but AC offer very low reactance to the AC signal. So no wastage or no drop of the AC voltage will be across CC. So whatever AC here you say, you will get AC here. So that's why we can write VC is equal to VCE is equal to VO. So VC is equal to what? VO is nothing but I can write from this. Let me write VO if you confused. Then VCC minus ICRL. This is my output voltage. Okay. Now suppose you apply the input signal. You apply input signal. This is a DC current plus AC current will come here. Or this DC in VB plus this AC voltage right over this. So AC current will come in here, that is base current. As a result, you get collector current, and collector current of this transistor is nothing but already you return your beta times IB. It is nothing but the beta times IB. And beta for common emitter is large. Beta for common emitter is large, already you know that. If the beta of the common emitter is large, then your collector current will be large. As you get the collector current is large, then look here, this is large, so output will be VCC minus IC. So as base current increases, look here, as base current increases, collector current increases. As collector current increases, so according to this equation, VO decreases. VO, what is increases? You know that beta increases means what? Your VS increases. What you can say? Your input voltage VS increases. As VS increases, your input voltage. This AC, not this base current is what? AC. AC base current increases. Okay. As the base current increases, then AC collector current increases. So AC collector current increases, so this is AC collector current. So as collector current increases, so your VO decreases. So looking to this fact or discussion, I can draw the circuit of, waveform of the only input AC voltage. I am showing you input AC voltage with time. If this is a input AC voltage, then your output voltage will be like this. This output VO will be like this. So what does it mean? There is a 180-degree phase shift between input and output voltage for common emitter. For a common emitter. So why I am showing you? Look again. As Vs increases, your base current, AC base current, I am writing AC increases. So collector current increases. As collector current increases, then VO decreases according to the equation. This collector current right over the DC value of the collector current. Already we have discussed. So VO decreases. So this is increases. So VO decreases. This decreases. This is, if this is decreased, then look this equation. If this is decreases, then this is increases. So from this discussion, you can say that there is a 180-degree between input and output voltage. Between input Vs and output voltage. Therefore, waveform is as shown in figure. So somebody is asking what is the waveform of the input base current and output collector current. Look, as base current increases, collector current increases. As base current increases, what increases? Collector current. So I can draw the your relation between base current, and if this base current increases, then your collector current decreases. Your base current increases, your collector current increases. So this is the graph of base current versus time. This is a graph of collector current versus time. What is this discussion show that? Look again. As base current increases, collector current increases. As base current increases, collector current increases. It means as base current decreases, collector current decreases. This discussion show you can plot the graph of base current versus time and collector current versus time is as shown in figure. Okay. So phase difference between input current and output current is 0. This is most important. The phase difference between input and output current for common emitter is 0, but there is a 180-degree phase shift between input and output voltage for common emitter. This is the topic of your phase relationship between input and output current. Now let us discuss the one numerical for the conversion efficiency. So I am taking the numerical. Determine the conversion efficiency of class A direct couple resistive load amplifier. They have given the value of the output voltage, means output voltage peak to peak is nothing but the 11 volt. Okay, and the collector current is peak to peak. They have given 36.5 milliampere. They have given the input voltage, this is output current. They have given supply voltage is 16 volt, and the DC current meter connected in the circuit that indicate 20 milliampere DC. Okay, find out the value of your efficiency of the circuit. This is the question. It's a very simple equation, already you know that. Efficiency is given by AC power delivered to the load upon DC power supply by the battery multiplied by 100. So you can find the efficiency in a percentage. So let us find PL and PB. So PB is nothing but we have written supply voltage multiplied by the DC current in a quiescent condition. So they have given this is your 16 multiplied by 20 into 10 raised to minus 3 because it in milliampere. So I am writing 16 to the 32, 320, 10 raised to minus 3 I am taking as a milli. So your power supply, DC power supply by the battery is nothing but the VCC ICQ. How much you are giving? 320 milliwatt. Look here. Let us find PL. What is PL we have written? collector current, RMS value of the collector current, this is RMS, into RMS value of the collector current. This is RMS value of the collector voltage, sorry, this is RMS value of the collector current. You know what is RMS? RMS is nothing but the VC maximum upon root 2, IC maximum upon root 2. So what is maximum? What is the relation between maximum? So you know this, look here, and peak to peak. Just to explain, I am showing the graph. This is some maximum value. Similar, you can say current and voltage, this is your minimum value. This is your IC peak to peak, is nothing but the IC maximum minus IC minimum. You know that. So, what is this maximum value? This maximum. So, I maximum is nothing but the IC peak to peak by 2, you can say. So, it's very easily you can find this answer. IC peak to peak. IC peak to peak means this peak to peak value divided by 2, you will get maximum value. See this maximum, this maximum, this peak minus peak, this peak upon 2, you will get this maximum. So that I have written IC maximum what? IC peak to peak by 2. This is IC peak to peak by 2. What is IC peak to peak? I maximum minus I minimum. Divide by 2, you will get some maximum value. So same I am using here. Here I am writing here VC peak to peak upon 2 is IC max. So from this I can say, I maximum is nothing but IC peak to peak by 2. VC maximum is nothing but the VC peak to peak by 2. So I am putting this value, here. Let me put this value here. So you will get this is IC peak to peak upon 2. This 2 root 2 is already there. Look, this maximum is nothing but the your return peak to peak voltage by 2. This maximum is peak to peak voltage by 2. So I can write this your 2 2s are 4, root 2 into root 2, 2, 2 2s are 4 into 2, this 8. So I can get this value is nothing but the VC peak to peak, IC peak to peak upon 8. So let me find this value. What is VC peak to peak? This is your VO. This is VC peak to peak, nothing but the output voltage. But they have written in this form. So let me write VO peak to peak into IC peak to peak upon 8. So I'll put the value. So if I put the value, PL is nothing but the VO peak to peak 11 volt and 36.5. 11 volt into 36.5 milliampere upon 8. VC peak to peak I've written, IC peak to T, and if you do the calculation, you calculate yours. I have done just I'm putting direct value 50 millivolt. Efficiency is given by PL upon PB into 100. So it is 50 upon 320, this is in milliwatt, this is in milliwatt, into 100. So if you do the calculation, I'll get efficiency is 15.6%. So in this way you can calculate the efficiency of your amplifier. Sometime they are giving this value in RMS, but this is given peak to peak. So we got the relation between RMS and peak to peak. What is the relation of RMS and peak to peak? RMS is nothing but the peak to peak upon 2 root 2. Peak to peak upon 2 root 2. You can see this is peak to peak upon 2 root 2. Peak to peak upon 2 root 2. So, but I have not put it directly, just to explain you what I have done like this. So by putting all this value, you will get your answer is nothing but the nearly about 15.6. It is very low. Okay. Now just I revise few line of a few chapter. Remember, AC and we have discussed DC load line. Just revision. We have discussed DC load line. Okay. Then we have discussed Q point, that is very important. Q point is the operating point. Q point is the operating point. It indicates when AC is not given, then what is the value of DC base current, DC value of the collector current, DC value of the collector emitter voltage for a given supply of VCC and RL and load RL. So the Q point is also important. This is we have discussed how to draw the DC load line, then Q point. Then we have discussed AC load line. And in AC load line we have written this is the slope of your AC load line. Here slope of the DC load line is minus 1 upon RL. Here we have written RL less is nothing but the RL parallel RO. RL parallel RO. RO is nothing but the resistance of voltmeter which is used to measure the output voltage of the amplifier. And we have also we did the discussion in extra title that when RO is very large, then this value is nearly about RL. Say AC and DC load line is parallel, it is same. So it is advisable to use the meter whose resistance should be very large when you are using that meter to measure the output voltage. Then we have discussed about, after this we have discussed the important topic is nothing but the efficiency, and that efficiency is 25% plus for a class A amplifier whose load is resistor, direct couple we have used. Okay. Then today we have seen is the phase relationship between input and output. So remember, input current, base current and output collector current having a zero phase shift for common input. For input voltage and output voltage as a 180-degree phase shift. So today I am giving the end of the lectures. Okay. Now here is the second chapter is over. So I am just giving the end of the lecture.